to me, the good guys to be involved with are the ones that have a lot of respect for each other. They're more concerned with really doing the work right. And you know, we're not here to get drunk and wasted and pick up chicks, and like that's the wrong way to look at it. I don't know. That's kind of a two-sided thing, I guess, because there's a lot of jerks as well, and just people who don't give a shit about anything. It's just like, you know, oh well, I got a PA set up and some lights. All right, band, just play, whatever, and they don't care. It's, you know, and some of those shows, they just don't go very well. But you know, who am I to judge, right? See, now I'm judging and saying I'm better than everyone else. Not really. Nope. Anyway, and also it's the whole knowing people thing. Like there's potential still for, you know, me to be able to do some really cool stuff, but I'm probably not going to keep doing this as full time as I was. It's not worth it. I mean, I've known people who have done it for their whole lives, and it seems like the ones that are doing well either have another business or a spouse that is very well off. So because the ones that don't have either of those are old now, and they really struggle, and they'll work for a night for a couple $100 or something, and then, you know, for like 2 nights out of the week. I mean, that's just not a living. It's, you know, I'd pull in here, but I can't. This is the Milwaukee Art Museum. The wings are totally not open. It's some parking structure that fell apart once. That was an interesting story. I'm trying to think. There's somewhere I want to go. I just don't remember how to get there. It always happens to me when I'm down here. But while we're down here, this is let's go up here. This is Discovery World right here. Yep, I think I've been there once, twice. It's pretty neat and interesting. It's kind of like going to the Museum of Science and Industry down in Illinois in a way, I guess. Not exactly, but it's neat. And if you got kids, great place to go once in a while. Alright, self, how do I get to where I want to be? Let me just think about this. I want to go somewhere. I kind of want to check my camera. Of course, I'll edit this part out. Alright, so I still don't know where I'm going, but I'll find it if I just keep going this way. But I have to avoid getting on the freeway, which I think if you go straight down this road this way, not this one but the next one at the light, you kind of get forced to you get forced to go on the freeway one way or the other, so we'll find out. Harbor Drive. I kind of want to know. I don't think I've ever driven down this road, so it might take me near where I want to be, or it won't. Oh, well, yeah, kind of. This here is one of the gates of Summerfest. Yeah. I did, I'm trying to think, did I do 1 or 2 shows there this year? I don't know. There's one that I really remember, so that wasn't that long ago. Another entry gate here. It's nice to be down here when it's like quiet, because when there's events going on down here, I think it's really annoying. Just too many people, and you know, everyone's kind of annoying to me, so it's all good though. I don't know. I did get to go behind backstage, the backyard stage, which I think they had a lot of like country bands and stuff at that stage this year. I think country's kind of a new thing too for Summerfest, but oh man, that was totally the right road to go down. Woohoo! So I went backstage at that stage because there was a Clearwing guy that was working at Summerfest, and I needed his help for something at my stage with getting some power for something, and I think I need to go down that road. I've never even seen this gate before. All right. Neat. So we were behind the stage, right? And he, you know, so they're doing lighting at the stage I was supposed to be at, and he showed me some really expensive lighting consoles. It was really cool. They had like a little tent set up with some office chairs in there, and just some really, really, really cool stuff. It's too much to explain, so I won't. And the best part about Summerfest this year is while I was doing a show, there's like back alleys, kind of ish, depending what stage you're at. There's little back alleys and shit, and I got to go. We're gonna pause that story really quick. This right here is the Hone Bridge, and there's a task that I've always wanted to do that would be really fun. I've climbed some buildings before to get on the roof because it's just entertaining to me. But if you look at the bridge, you're not gonna be able to see this. I'll totally, well, maybe, I don't know. I'll come back here during the day and maybe explain this. In the middle of this thing, there's a catwalk that goes from one end of the bridge to the other, and then you'll be able to see it probably, but right there on the corner of the edge of the bridge where the concrete stops, there's a ladder, and there's one on all 4 corners, and you can climb down there and you can get on that thing, and you can just walk the whole span of it to underneath. But you'd have to have someone drop you off up on the freeway there. Oh boy, might not want to drive in the grass. So yeah, there's little back alleys and shit between some of the stages, and the one I was at shared the back with the Marcus Amphitheater, which is where Tom Petty was playing. So the guy that was working with me, that came there with me to help do the lighting setup and everything. This is the back of the Marcus, by the way. He had found a pass to Tom Petty, who was playing there, and road closed, motor vehicles. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of walkers out here. Anyway, so he found a pass, and I took it from him temporarily. And during our show, he was running the lights, so I really didn't have anything to do for the most part. And I went in next to the stage, just walked in the door, and I had this pass, and no one questioned me. And then I went up more just to get a good view, and Tom Petty was playing. Like, it's like you're not supposed to like be standing in the alley or the aisle, I guess, unless you're like looking for your seat. So like security would walk by, and I had a lanyard around my neck with like my show tags and stuff from all my different shows and the current one here, and security would walk by with a little flashlight pointed at me, look at my tags, and they didn't really look very hard. I mean, I had the proper thing to be there, but that was cool. So I got to be side stage with Tom Petty for a little bit and then go up and watch the show. I was in there for maybe like 10 minutes. It's one of those things where you feel like, I'm not supposed to be here, but you have the proper credentials as far as you know, and hopefully that goes well. But since I was working, I didn't want to get kicked out, and that would have been a problem, so I didn't bother. This is their new stage. It used to not be here. I'm going to take a walk down there sometime and see what the other side is like, because I haven't been down here since they built this new stage, the BMO Harris stage, which is kind of weird because it's, when you're in there, you just walk up to it and you can see everything, and like, it's a stage where I swear you gotta like buy tickets to be in here. So I don't know, but you can watch the show from out there, and they have a huge like screen that they set up on the outside of it, and they like project the show as they film it or whatever out to the people just walking around in the ground. So the Summerfest grounds get used for all sorts of shit. I think they have like a German fest and an Italian fest and gay pride fest. What's that called? Pride fest? Yeah, there you go. Pride fest. Don't get me out because I said gay. Anyway. And for whatever reason, it amused me to go out by this red water tower. You might not be able to see. It's kind of dark over there. I don't know. Yeah, downtown. It's really nothing special to me, personally. I guess, I don't know, there are a lot cooler downtown areas in other states and other areas, but like Madison, even in Wisconsin, has some pretty cool stuff. But I really, as far as like downtown stuff goes, I found it really interesting once. I had gone to Canada. These are kind of weird. I don't know what they're for. Like, is that an art piece? Or I've taken some cool pictures of them before, like HDR stuff. I just don't get it though. Like, why are they there? And what does it mean? But I went to Canada in an overheating car. Like, it was like a piece of shit car that I had when I was younger, and I drove to Canada with a buddy, and we were, just for the hell of it. And we had no money, but I mean, we probably had like $1,000 altogether. But we had to drive from Wisconsin to Michigan, and then up into Canada, which at the time you didn't have to have a passport to drive there, just to fly there. And so we just had like our driver's licenses with us, and we were a little concerned about getting back into the United States. But it was funny because when we go in to Canada, they literally searched my car, which, I mean, my car looked pretty rough too, but they literally searched my car, tear my door panels off, check inside everything, and then they don't like reassemble shit. They're just like, here you go, on your way. And alright. And they questioned us a bit, like how long we were going to be there, what we were doing. And of course, my buddy that went with me, we were in the military together, and he had like a Cottonmouth Kings shirt on and a Cottonmouth Kings wallet, which is funny because they were asking, so you guys smoke pot and all this stuff. And I mean, I knew he had a bunch, and he probably still does. I don't judge, I don't care. I don't do it. It's not for me. And he's like, no, never done it. The guy at the border is like, oh, come on, you must have done it at some point in your life. It's like, nope. He's like, but you come on, you have the Cottonmouth Kings wallet and shirt on.